Hi folks, this is Games and That again with another board game video. Today we're going to attempt to play Warhammer Quest Blackstone Fortress. Been looking forward to playing this game for a while. I've been busy painting all the characters up. I haven't done them all, but done a majority of them enough to play. Start off. So we're going to attempt to do an exploration with these explorers, and we drew this one. The combat card was the first card out of the 8. Some of them are challenge cards, some of them are ambush, blah blah blah, but we'll go through that. And the objective of the game is to search this Blackstone Fortress, go through all the maps and find the clues to end up going in the strongholds. And this is what the overall goal is the vault. This hasn't been the hidden vault, and that's the end goal of the game, is to find that. But you've got to work your way through it. So the explorers we're using today for this one is Drake. He is the main man. He's got all these explorers all together to help him search for it. So he's the main man. He's got some good abilities there. The next is Shadow Guide. She's a ranger. It is a girl. Nice model. So she's definitely decent with that rifle. The next one is Greg. He's a tracker. He's going to help out. He's going to help Drake into finding. He's got some good abilities as well. And the next one is another girl, and this is Born. She's got a flamethrower, and she's a lovely model. Yeah. So these are the explorers that are going to attempt to go through. As I said, I've already drawn the card. I've already drawn the enemy we were facing on this tile, on this one, and they are drones. I've got a card for you. 2 drones on number 1 got drawn, and 2 drones on number 2 got drawn, and they are on threat north. We'll have a look at the drone card. This is all done AI. This is a solo game, but you can play co-op as well, and you can play where humans control the enemy as well. But today we're playing solo, and there's all the movement, behaviour table, and there's all the attack table, and it's all different on the threat level. And how it works, the threat level is every time a drone gets wiped out, the threat level will go up. So, and it can also go up on the behaviour table if you roll a 20. See there at the bottom, alert, so it can go up then. It only goes up to a limit of 3, the threat level, and that's the limit. So let's put these explorers into position. So you can fit two explorers on each tile. So we're going to go with Greg and the Born. Decent on this tile on the left. That's just entered the Blackstone Fortress. And next we're going to do Shadow Guide on this tile, and last of all Drake. And there he is. We're all set. The next stage is Destiny dice, and what these do is you get 5 Destiny dice. You got to roll them. You get rid of the doubles. You go in the red triangle. The non-doubles go here, and what they can do is they can be used for extra activation for the explorers. They get their own dice as well, but they can also use these to help out. So let's roll these and see what we get. Any double, we'll have to re-roll that one. It's a 3. Okay, let's have a look. Right, pair of 4s, so they're no good. They go in the red triangle. And 5, 3, 1 can be used. So they can be used. Now we're going to do the Explorer's dice. This is the higher the better, basically. And as you can see on Drake's card, he gets 4 activation dices. Higher the better. His move is 2. Defense, you roll then dice, agility and vitality. Okay, so we're going to roll Drake's first 4 dice, and he gets a 5, a 4, a 2 and a 1. So pretty average. He's also got them if he needs them. So all the rest of the Explorers. Then we're going to roll 4 dice for Shadow Guide. She also gets 4 activation spaces. And she did roll a good set of dice there. She gets 6, another 6, a 4 and a 3. And we're going to move on to Greg. His activation dice, you got, not bad, you got a 6, 5, 3 and a 2. And last of all is Vaughan. She's got 4 activation dice as well. She gets 2 4s and 2 3s, and that's it. The Explorers are all set and ready to move into the Blackstone Fortress and try and find treasures. We need clues to get, we need 4 clues to end up spending them to get a stronghold. You can see tokens here, 1 and 2. That's where we can search. And when we search, we spend the dice. You've got to spend up to 4. I think it's 4 plus on a dice to take a discovery card. So now we're going to do the interactive order of play. And first is Greg. And then Shadow Guide, second, then Vaughan. So it's working alright for us up to now, but it's all the Explorers up to now. And then it's Hostile Group 1 will go 4th, and then Hostile Group 2 will go 5th, and then last of all will go Greg. And there's the order of play for this turn. So let's go. Let's start this off. Well, first of all, they've got abilities. Now Drake has got an ability here. You can get, on the first turn of combat, Drake can perform a gambit without activation dice being spent. Now, what are gambits? Basically, you can roll agility dice. Drake can 3 without spending, and if he rolls his agility dice is this, as you can see on his card. So if he rolls a 1, he can change one space, but if he rolls a double, he can move he can change anywhere. So we're going to do it. He's going to use his 3 gambit, and he got a 1, so that means he can move, and he's going to move there and put with his 3 gambit, and he's going to put hostile number 2 as last on the order of play, which is good. Right, another ability. Drake has got an ability there, tracker. After the battlefield has been set up, but before the first turn of combat begins, Greg can take a move action and can then take a booby trap action. He does not doesn't have to be activation and non-activation of the dice are spent. So he gets, and these are his booby traps. So he will go first. He's got a movement of, it doesn't cost him anything as well. He's got a movement of 3. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2. And then he's going to spend, well, no, he doesn't have to spend because he's got ability here, it's free. He's going to drop a booby trap on this tile. And that is his free go. Now it's his normal go, because he's first in order, correct? Now he'll have to spend dices though. So he's going to go straight to the destiny dice and spend this 1. And only costs a roll, any dice 1 to 6 you can spend on a move. So we get to move a 3. So what he's going to do, he's going to back off. He's going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And he's not going to use another booby trap. He's going to go into a thing called Overwatch. And so every dice can go into Overwatch. So you have to go down on the dice though to go in Overwatch. So a 3 will go down to a 2. A 5 will go down to a 4. And a 6 will go down to a 5. Now that is it, he's done. And I'll move his active card on the side so we know that he's done. Now he's in Overwatch, so if anything moves there in line of sight, he can attempt a shot or whatever his abilities do. Shadow Guide. Shadow Guide's next. Shadow Guide's got a 6, 6, 4 and 1. She's got 2 thingy dice there. She will use one of her 3 dices and move. Now Shadow Guide's got a movement of 3 as well, so she's going to go 1, 2. Yes. And then she's going to stay there, and she's also going to go into Overwatch, so she will lower her 4 dice to the 3, her 6 dice to 5, and also her other 6 dice to 5. Now she's in Overwatch. She will press spent, and she's had her go. One is a good character. She's got flame abilities where she can buy flames there, so she will move first. She'll spend her 3 dice. She'll go to her. She won't go to the destiny dice. She'll spend her 3 to move. She's also got a movement of 3, so she's going to go 1, 2, 3. No, she's going to go here, stay there. You can fit up to 2 characters on a tile. Okay, and then Inferno is a 4+, that's a good one. This action can be taken once per activation phase. Place an Inferno marker in up to 2 empty hexes that are visible to one and adjacent to other. When an explorer or hostile enters a hex with an Inferno marker, making an attack roll and it ignores cover, remove the Inferno markers on the next turn. On the next turn is activated, or if she's taken out of action, so you move it. So she will spend a 4, and she'll take one of these tokens, Inferno, and place it up to 2 tiles, and she'll throw it in there. Nice little Inferno. So if anything moves into that one on this turn, you'll get wiped out. And then she'll go into Overwatch with a 3, changing that to a 3 and that to a 2. And that is Vaughn's turn, done. Now we go to the first hostile card, and it's hostile number 1 that's going to activate. Now, how the activation works is you've got different agendas here, like hidden, engaged, in cover, blah blah blah. Now, line of sight works from, you've got this line of sight thing. Line of sight thing works from the middle of the box to there. So obviously you cannot see anyone, because if you look there, it touches the wall. If he attempts to go there to there, it touches the wall, so they haven't got line of sight, so they are classed as hidden. So what you do is you get the Blackstone black dice, and you roll on the hidden column. So I'm only going to do this like shit once, so I'm going to do it quicker in the game, when I get into the game. So you roll the dice, and it is 16 dice roll. So you go down the hidden column and you go down to 16, and it's an advance. What is an advance? Let's go to the book. Blah 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 blah. An advance at the top there. Move towards the closest explorer, then attack the closest explorer that is in range. That is in range of this visible to the hostile. Okay, so it moves. It only moves once. So how many movements has it got? It's got 2 movement, the drone. So this one is going to move 2 movements. 1, 2. It entered there. So now it has to do. It did move its full, and now it has to do an inferno roll. And the inferno roll was make a triangle attack with the inferno. So we get a triangle, and hopefully it's a double to kill it. It ignores cover, by the way. Oh, nothing. Survived the inferno, the drone. So now it's going to attack the nearest model, because that's what it does. The closest model, right? There's two models there. I'm going to roll this dice here to see who he's going to attack out of these two. So I'm going to bring for Greg first. Highest one, 10. I don't think that's going to be beaten. Or Vaughan, is she going to get attacked? An 8. So he's going after Greg, this drone. He's going to fire at Greg. And what is the drone's range? 1, 2. So it's 2 away from Greg. So that's the fire here. He's on bays. They're on threat north, so you go on the threat north at the top. 2 is only the square dice, but it can be. It's not very. It's the weakest dice out of all the attack dice. There's a lot of blanks there, but we're going to roll it anyway and see what happens to Greg. It's nothing, so he doesn't have to roll a defense dice, and that is that drone's done. So we go to the next drone on number 1. He's also hidden, so we go roll. And he gets an 8 on his roll. Shall we go on the other side? On an 8 on the hidden column is a sneak. And what is a sneak? Let's go back here. Basic movements, hostile movements. A sneak, there it is at the bottom. Make a move that ends as close as possible to an explorer without entering a hex that is visible to an explorer. So basically a sneak is staying hidden. So he's going to move here and he'll stay hidden. If he moved there, he wouldn't be hidden. So a sneak, you have to be sneaky. And that is the end of hostile 1, because you can't shoot. So we can put that in the pile. Last to go is Drake. Now Drake's going to be bold. Let's have a look at his dice. He's going to use his 1 first to move. He's got a movement of 2, so he's going to go 1, 2. He can't stay in there because only 2 explorers allowed in each in a tile, so he couldn't stop in there. So he's going to use another dice, a 2 dice. Yeah, the low dice. 2 to move again 1, 2, he's going to be bold and go right there, right in the action. And then he's going to use, let's have a look at his abilities. 4+, 6+, on a purity of attacks. Has he got 6? No. But he can use his 4. He can use a 4 on a purity attacks. He gets 2 attacks. He is 1 away. 1 tile away. Purity of attacks. You can only use that adjacent. So yes, once you go adjacent and all, you've got to stop. So anyway, on movements. So he's going to roll a purity of attacks with that dice, with his pistol. Yeah, and with purity of attacks, I think he can re-roll. Oh no, you just get 2 attacks, you can't re-roll. So here we go. No cover. If you see these white lines, that means cover. So if he was behind there, he would get cover. So if he was here, this drone from Drake, see Drake there, and I was shooting him there, he'd get cover. And what cover does is it takes 1 damage off of the cover. So if I roll a critical, he'd get wounded once, but if I roll a 1, he wouldn't get wounded at all because the cover would take it. But he's in this tile at the moment, so we are going to shoot, and he gets a purity of attack. So two dice with Drake. First dice is a 0, which isn't good. His second purity is a 1. So what happens here? It's been wounded the drone. He gets a 1. Now if you look at the drone's card, it's got wound level of 2. It's already been wounded 1, so it's only 1 away from getting killed. So what Drake's going to do then is he's going to use, again, he's going to use a destiny dice this time and save that last dice. And he's going to do another purity of attacks. Can he? Yeah, he can. So he's going to do 2 more attacks again because there's no 6. If he had a 6 dice, I could have got 3 attacks, but I've only got a 5 dice. So here we go on that same drone, and there it is. There's the kill, and it can only take 2 wounds. So with that, drone is dead. And what we do is we put that on the Drake card, and I'll show you why in a minute before we move it. And that is his kill, so that's why I put it on the Drake card. Situation is that drone's been killed, and his last action, he's going to go into Overwatch, you know, as well, because he doesn't want to go into that. He can't move into there, so he's going to go into Overwatch. So I'm going to drop this down to number 4, this 5 to 4, because number 2 has got to go next. So, and you never know. And now you get an inspiration. Drake, because he's got a kill. This is why I put that there, so you know who's killed who. And Drake has got an inspiration dice. Now he needs same 1 to 2. Because he's killed 1 drone, and the wound of the drone is a 2, so if he throws a 1 or 2 on this, he gets an inspiration token, and inspiration tokens are good to spend. So will he get it? He got unbelievable. He got a 1. He only, out of a 20-sided dice, he had to get a 1 or 2, and he got a 1. So what happens there is you take that 1 expiration dice and put it right on him, on his card. Nice. And that goes on back onto there, because they can come back into the game. Threat level has gone up to 1 now, because 1 has been killed. And now we go, and Drake has been done, he's in Overwatch, so we get rid of his card. And we carry on with Blackstone Fortress with hostile number 2. Hostile number 2 is also hidden. As you can see there, he hasn't got line of sight on any hostiles from, no. He's trying to get to Shadow Guide. He is not going to see him. So he's also hidden. So these 2 drones are rolling on the hidden. Also on the hidden card. And we'll start with that drone there. 15 on the hidden. and 15 on the hidden is advance. So it's going to do a movement of 2, up to 2, and then fire. Right, and as you know, Shadow Guide is in Overwatch. So this drone here is going to go 1, 2. Now he's in line of sight. He's just missed that booby trap. Nasty. But Shadow plays in Overwatch, and now she's got a clear line of sight. She couldn't have shot there. If she had line of sight on, because she's in Overwatch, with the burst movements, she could have shot. Or before they even move, she could have shot, but she never. She had to wait until he done his full movement, the drone. And now she's got a clear line of sight and no cover. So Shadow Guide's going to attempt with 3 dice. And she's going to just do, she is in range of 1, 2, 3. So she's got this one here, range of 3. Whoa, zoom in, man. So she's got a range of 3 with an orange, a triangle. So 1 roll. It's a normal shot. She can't spend more than a minute. Oh, nothing. Nasty. Now she's going to spend a 5. And she'll get a special ability now. She'll get a range scope. If a 4 plus activation dice is spent, the weapon action is treated as an aimed weapon action, and a failed result for that weapon action can be re-rolled. So that's good. She's going to spend a 5 for a scope, and see if she can take this drone out. She can re-roll it as well. Here we go. Yeah, she's in range for it. She has to be in melee to use her blade, and let's see how this gets on. Oh, naught. And this is the reroll. Oh, 1. So the drone has been wounded once. Nice. She's going to spend her last final dice and do it again. She's going to do the same action again with yeah, she's going to do it again. She gets a scope again. Oh, a nice one. She got the kill. Nice. Shadow Guide. Put on her card. And that, as you can see, that's her last activation. But she can use that one if she wanted to, but she won't. And now we do an inspiration roll for Shadow Guide, because it's her last play. She can't kill anymore. Right, okay. So you get that, and it's the same as what happened with Drake. You have to need the same wounds as what you killed, so 1 to 2 again. I'd be amazed if we get it again. Oh my god, a 2, unbelievable. So that is nice. So she also gets an inspiration. You can spend that back at Precipice. Once you finish this exposition, you can always fly there if you want to. But there is a downfall for that. If you want to go back, you've got to roll a legacy dice. I mean, draw a legacy dice with the worst enemies in here. So, next up is this drone. Right, what is hidden as well. They're all started off hidden, the drones. So let's see what this drone gets. He gets an 11 on the hidden column. And it's a sneak. So, as I showed you before with that one, it's going to move up to its ability, so it's going to just move there, and it stays hidden. And that is the end of the exploration. So what happens next? It's the event table time. You have to roll at the Blackstone Fortress dice to see what has happened at the end of the turn. So let's get it on. 4. So 4 to 6 is not dead yet. The leader must pick one hostile that has been slain during this combat and has to return to the battlefield and then deploy them as close to an explorer as possible. Okay. Closest to explorer as possible. So what they have to, if this happens, once come back, they have to deploy near these zones, but the closest one, and obviously this one is here. So it's gonna, number one is going to go here and has come back into, which is not good. And that is the end of the turn. So what you do here is the cleanup phase. You get all the dice off. That disappears now, but it's been used. The flame, so you're cleaning up now. One dice and one died there. So the cleanup phase is all the dice back in there. You will shuffle these up. I will shuffle them up in a minute. Oh, for the next thingy. Destination dice. Sort of them, and that is the end of the turn. And that's the situation. We've had slain 2 drones, which is good for Drake, but bad news is on the event table, one's come back, and it said it has to go to the closest explorer. So the closest one is obviously this portal. So you've thingy there. What these portals also can be used is to activate the escape lift. Once you reach one of these, you can spend the 4 dice to activate the lift, and the lift will turn off. Say if I come here and I activate the lift would come in this direction, and all the explorers would have to work their way to the left. So that is the situation after the first turn of Blackstone Fortress combat. Let's get rolling. Let's get ready for turn 2. Right. Okay. Turn 2 is time for turn 2. And you see the explorers are all in a good position there, but they need to start picking up these discoveries, and but there's still danger out there in the Blackstone Fortress. We've got these to do. Right, okay, I have already drawn, to save time on the video, the next sequence of play. I mean, interactive, the order of play, which isn't too bad. The 2 hostiles go in the middle. I've done the Destiny dice. We got a 6, 3 and a 1. We got a double 4, so they cannot be used. And it's time to go with turn 2. But first of all, we're going to try and do a thing called cover fire, which if they're adjacent to another explorer, they can move their tracker and go. Let's say Shadow Guide was in view of Drake. She can change his, or he can change his if they're adjacent to each other. Only if they're adjacent to each other on the interactive. So then 2 could change. So if he was there, he couldn't change because of hostile card. So we're going to check this out now. I'm quite happy with him going first, her going first, sorry, Vaughn. Now, Drake and Shadowborn cannot see each other on the board, and they're not adjacent, they can't see each other, so they cannot swap. Do I want to use a gambit? No, I'll leave it onto that. So we're going to stay as it is. We're not going to do the cover fire. We're going to start the play now. Still got a booby trap here, so it'd be nice if you could lead this one today. But it's Vaughn first to go first, and there she is. So she's going to spend one of her 1 dices to move, and she's got a movement of 3. So she will go. She's going to be more aggressive, is she? 1, 2, 3. What's she got in? 4 plus. Okay, she's going to move here. She's going to move 1, 2. This is very risky. Now that cover will not come into play because she's adjacent to it and it's in the same tile, so she will Vindictive Flame is only a 1+. She will use that. It's only a 6-sided dice. I mean, yeah, 6-sided dice, which isn't good. She will use that. She got a 0. No good. She will do it. She'll use the same again. She'll use a Destiny dice, and she will roll the same dice again, and she's still got a 0. Ugh. This isn't good. I'm going to share them Destiny dice out. She's got a 2 and a 6 left. She'll use a 2. Okay. On the same dice, and she got a 0 again. That's not good. She's going to go into Overwatch with her last dice, or should she move out of there? No, I'm going to use Overwatch. So she is done. But she wasn't very successful on that turn, but now it's Greg. Greg's got to go in and help Vaughan, I think. Greg has got a 1 dice here. He's going to use that to move, and he's got to move into 3. He's going to go 1, 2, 3 adjacent with this drone. What can he use here? A range 1. He can use his rifle with a 1 dice. Pistol and thingy with a 4. I think I'll use that. Yeah, he's going to use pistol and a Raven blade with a 5 dice. Yeah, and she gets a range 1. She'll get 1 dice there, which isn't bad. So against this drone, cover doesn't affect. She's got 1 wound, so 1 wound goes on the drone. She'll use a 1 dice to have another shot. 1 with the same dice. She only needs 1 wound on this drone. Yes, you get a critical. That's nice. That's the end of the drone there. I'll put that on Greg. And then she will, with her last dice, she will go into Overwatch. Make that 3 into a 2 with her last dice. And that is that. Now it's hostiles movement activation, and it's hostile 1, which is this fella here. Oh no, we got to do an inspiration roll for Greg. She got her killed, and so she has to roll. She needs a 1 or a 2 because the wounds are 2, and she got a 1. Perfect. Is it a 1? Oh, it's a 7. Oh well. No inspiration there. Okay, we'll put that drone back on the card. Right. So it's the drone. Oh yeah, and because it's slain another one, that'll go to a threat 3 now and stay at threat 3. Can't go any higher. Okay, so this fella here is going to move. He's going to activate, and he is obviously close. It's got to be close. Range to the closest visible explorer is 2 or 3. No. Engaged. Adjacent to an invisible. Yes, I'd go on the engaged. So we're going to roll for engaged because they are adjacent. That's round. And she rolled. The drone rolled a 3. So on engagement, a 3 is 4 back. So what is 4 back? 4 back is double the hostile's move value when they take its action, if the hostile can make a move that ends in a hex that is not visible to an explorer, they do so. If they cannot, they attack the closest explorer that is in range, visible to the hostile. So it uses its movement, and the drone's movement is 2, so he's going to go away with 1, 2, and obviously you can see there that he's not in line of sight of any hostiles, because it breaks it up. So that was a good move by that one. He has done that drone, and now it's hostile number 2. Let's just check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, hopefully he'll go and go on this booby trap. So he is hidden. He's hidden, I'd say. So we'll roll on the hidden. 17 on the hidden is advance. Advance means move towards the closest explorer, then attack the closest explorer that is in range of the visible. Okay, yeah. So, but right, the closest explorer is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now they're the same. Move towards the closest explorer, then attack the. Now, I'd say we're going to roll 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to roll the Blackstone Fortress, see if he attacks Shadow Guide or Form. Right, so I'm rolling for Shadow Guide, and that's an 8. He's going to attack 1, and that is a 6. So he's going to attack Shadow Guide, which is the best thing that could have happened. So he's going to advance and then attack. He's got a movement to 2, so he's going to go 1, 2, hit the booby trap, boom, booby trap goes, and the drone is dead. So because it's a booby trap, I don't think he gets a chance for the exploration, because she didn't kill him. It was the booby trap that killed him. So I think that's right, and that is the end of Hostile 2. Now it's Drake's turn, and this could be fun now. Drake's going to use his 2 to move up to 2 movements. He's going to go 1, 2. Nice one, right and close to this drone. And then he's going to use Flurry of Attack is a 4, so he can use that. Drake, he's going to Flurry of Attack. He only gets 2 dice, 2 rolls, so 2 rolls, so he gets, because it's a 4. If he had a 6, he could have used that. I have got a 6 there, but I want to save it. So he gets 2 attacks at range 1, which is that. Let's hopefully you can take this drone out, no cover. Oh, critical, perfect. And he wasted the drone. Right, just 1 attack, which was nice. Now he gets this inspiration. No, he's going to move, he hasn't finished yet. He's going to use his other 4 and move to here. And then he's going to use his 5 dice to search. Now what you do is this, you take that 1 off, put it on there. Just going to search, you take this, it's a good one. And it is the first one we've got, is an art attack of 1, so we can spend that if we go to press rush. So that'll go on his card. And now, because that's his end of his turn, we'll do an exploration, which is only a 2 wound, so we need a 1 or 2. He didn't get it. Never mind. And that is it. We cleared the drones, which is good. So that he's finished now, Drake. So that's him done. And it's Shadow Guide. This could be nice now, because this booby trap's gone. It gives us a clear route to this treasure. Well, that's discovery. The Shadow Guide's going to use a 1 dice first to move 3 spaces, so it's going to go 1, 2, 3. Then she's going to use another one to move another 3, 1, 2. and then she's going to use a dice to search, a 4 dice, and she's going to do a search on a discovery, and she also found an artifact, so that can be spent by her. That's nice. No thingies there, and then she will move again both with her 6. Up to 3 movements, is that? Yeah. 1, 2, and a 3. And that is the end of the dice, but she's going to use a 6 to call the elevator. Or are they allowed to do that? I'm going to say no for now. They have to use their own dice to call the elevator. So that is the end of her turn, and that is the end of turn 2. So not a bad, no one's been injured, all clear the wounds, cleared the deck of drones, but they can re-enter again. We've just picked up some artifacts, some tech, good placement. I think it's time to leave here if we can now, because we've searched all this. That is the only amount we can get. I had to clear it before any more drones come on the board, so let's see what happens. Okay, there's one thing I forgot to do, and that is at the end of the turn is roll on the event table. So like before, like on turn 1, let's roll the dice, and that is a 1. So what is a 1? All is dust. If any discovery markers are still on the battlefield, the leader must discard one of them. If there are no discovery markers, each explorer loses 1 inspiration point. Oh, not good. So that's a bad event. So each explorer loses it. Oh, that could have been worse. So they go in back in there in the tray, and that is that. Oh, that's not good. I wanted to spend them, but never mind. Let's carry on. Right, they've all been drawn. Destiny dice been drawn. I only ended up with the 6 for turn 3. I got too many doubles there. Dices for Drake are not great. Dices for are not bad. Shadow, quite good. Not bad. The 6 there, not bad. And there's the order to play for turn 1. So hostile 1 will go first, and now let's hopefully roll Destiny dice. 1, 2, 3. 1 will come on, and it's a 19, so that failed. So that's the end of their go. Shadow play, shadow play. Christ. Shadow guide is going to use a burst activation with, has to be a 4+, so she's going to use a 5, and she's going to call the lift. So the lift will enter here. Nice. And so the lift is turned off. She's going to use 2 dice to move into the lift with a 3 movement, 1, 2, and she's there. And so she's out of action now. She's there, and that is the end of shadow play. The shadow guide. Shadow play. Vaughn's turn. Now Vaughn's over there, so she's going to use a dice to move 3. And she's going to go run over the left. 1, 2, 3. She's going to use another 3 dice and go 1, 2, 3. And she's going to go at the back there with shadow guide. That's her go done. And now it's Greg. Greg's turn, and Greg's over here, far away from the left. So Greg's going to use that. And he can also move 3, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3. He's going to use another 2 dice and move 1, 2, 3 and go there. And now he's in the left. And last of all, let's hopefully not. It's hostile too. Let's just hope this doesn't turn up. And it's a 4. No, hostiles, reinforcements, and a 4+. Oh, look at that, just missed out, it has to be a 3. So none turn up, that was so lucky. Now it's last of all, it is a Drake. He's going to use his 1 dice to move up to 2. He's not very quick at movements, so he's going to go 1, 2. He's going to use his other dice to move 2. And he's going to go 1, 2 in the same as Greg, and they are all in the lift, so the lift will move and it will leave this wall of Blackstone Fortress. Not bad, all finished. This exploration ended up doing quite well. I'm bit gutted about using inspiration markers with that event dice, but there is also an event dice that's got to be rolled now because it's the end of the turn again. So hopefully it's not a big, hopefully this event roll is not a bad one like the last one. So we roll on the event dice again, and this time it's a 1 again. And that is not good again because it's all is dust if any explorer markers are still in the battlefield and leaders blah, blah, blah. Right, it doesn't affect us because we lost all our inspiration points anyway, and there is no markers because we have left. So that is the end of exploration 1. Not too bad. Ended up coming with some artifacts. My next decision is, do I want to spend these artifacts back at Precipice, but I would have to draw one of these nasty cards, or do I want to carry on with the exploration and draw the next exploration, which looks more likely that I'll carry on because all is clear on the boons on these explorers. The thing is though, if I go back to Precipice as well, I can also rest some of these if we want to save them for later explorations. And what you do is you put them in a cyber chamber and put them away with all their cards. Basically they're resting in the cyber chamber, and you can pick a different explorer to join in the quest. But I think I'm going to decide on drawing the next card right now. So that is the end of that card. I'll just put that there, and we're going to draw the next exploration card now for the next one. That's what we're going to do, and it is a combat card again with a lot of tiles and a lot of threat. So there's 3 in the next map. There is 3 markers. Number 1, number 2 and number 3, so that means there's going to be 3 types of enemies turning up for the next one. So I will see you soon. I will set up and we'll get this next combat exploration on the go. So thanks for watching the first exploration, and hopefully you get interested. If you're interested in this game, if you like your Warhammer quest games, there is a lot of videos out there. I'll try and put a link up to some other people that I recommend watching. So thanks for watching this one, and hopefully you'll keep on watching them. Loving this game. Thank you very much, folks.